Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Are you excited for this new year? If you are, let me know in the comments. Let me know what your big plan is. What is it that you're excited about for 2025? And today we are going to dive into messages from your future self for the year ahead. And this is part 3 of my New Year series. It is the final part. And our next readings coming up, we go back to our normal format. I have a new deck that we'll be bringing out for the rest of January. And I've got loads of content planned for us. And of course, some extra stuff, some bonus stuff that I haven't really planned out yet. But I do have a solid plan for my regular readings, my regular monthly readings. And then I've got some investigation readings coming up. And I've actually started my Patreon. So I'm going to be putting a lot of bonus content in there. There will be some really cool tarot spreads for you to use. There will be lots of spiritual posts on all kinds of things, like everything you can imagine under the sun when it comes to spirituality. So as soon as I have that ready to launch, I will be posting it on my channel and everywhere else. I will pop the link in to get on my VIP list into the description of this video so that you can get on my mailing list, because I'm actually going to send it out to my mailing list. So if you want to receive the link without having to search for it or hope you find it later, and that's for my Patreon, which you will be able to get into for basically, the cost of a cup of coffee a month. And that will be a lot of, the backstage area, the backstage content that we don't have here. But I thought I have so much more, but I feel like I wanted it to kind of be a little bit more exclusive and a little bit more, a little deeper, more stuff, like more free offerings for you. Like I said, like the tarot spreads, I have so many that I want to share with you. And so I'll be doing that kind of thing. And then, all the bonus content and everything else. And I was thinking that for some of the bigger readings, like investigation readings and things like that, that it will kind of be like a members first scenario where members of my Patreon so somebody that I saw on YouTube, they called the members of their Patreon their executive producers. And I thought that was really cute. So we'll come up with a cute name for everybody in the Patreon. But yeah, there'll be some stuff that will be members first stuff. And then obviously some free fireside chats and things like that. That will be, well, they're not free, I guess. You paid to be in the Patreon, but you'll be getting so much more content than I'm putting on here. All right, let's go. So this is messages from your future self for the year ahead. Sorry, that was a long preamble. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was a lot to sit through. I hope people watch me on double speed. So here, from your future self to set your intentions for 2025. Card number 1 is a message from your future self. Card number 2 is guidance for your journey ahead. And card number 3 is how to align with the wisdom of your future self. How fun is this? So card number 1, Page of Gifts, Page of Pentacles, a message from your future self. Oh, wait, Page of Pentacles. Just get on with it, for heaven's sake. For heaven's sake, just get on. We don't want to be, avoiding doing things just because we're scared. So if you don't have goals right now, it's the 1st of January. Get them done. Get a piece of paper and a pen, actually, preferably a pencil, and write your goals down. And look in your goals in terms of money and career, family and friends, relationships, your spirituality, your spiritual journey, your education. There's all kinds of things. When I say education, I don't mean you got to go back to university or high school or anything, but maybe take a couple courses, go on YouTube and learn some new things, right? So there's all kinds of things, but this is definitely about feeling like a lack of purpose, a lack of goals, not following through. This is underachiever energy, Not surprising to see this card coming up at this time of year because, you know, as we sit and reflect on 2024 and think about what we want 2025 to look like, it can be easy to, you know, maybe feel a little disappointed in ourselves. And to that, I would say if all you did in 2024 was get through it, give yourself a standing ovation, because that was a hard year. I had probably one of the worst years I've had in a long time. I found it, I saw a post that said it felt like having surgery without anesthetic. I'm like, yeah, it really kind of did feel like that. I had a hard year. It was really tough, but I learned so much. And that's what I'm carrying forward with me, is what I've learned. And, you know, I had health issues. I'm that person who never gets sick, and I've had a year of health issues, which has not been fun. Nothing pathological, but definitely been sick way more than I have been in decades. And so that set me back in my goals. And I really struggled. But what I realized at the end of this year is what I struggled with, I had to release. Why am I struggling? So I've just made the decision to release it. I spent December releasing a whole lot of people, a whole lot of things, a whole lot of ideas. And now I'm walking into the New Year's actually feeling really inspired. Really, really inspired. And that's why I've got so much good stuff coming for the channel, for my Patreon, for my clients, for my friends, everything. All of it. So what this is, so our question here is a message from your future self. Snap yourself out of this. Absolutely. We don't want to bring this energy. You know, I understand you may be a little hungover today, and that's okay. But, you know, like, start this weekend and start getting your shiz together so that you can have an epic 2025. You start with, how do I want to feel in a year? How do I want to feel in December? And just start there. That's the first step. And then work your way backwards from how you're going to achieve that. So that is a message from your future self, maybe yourself from December 2025, saying, hey, how do we want to feel? And I think we all want to feel accomplished and good about our decisions and like we made a difference. There's all kinds of things that we want to feel, and they're personal to each and every one of us. So, you know, write them down and figure out how you're going to get there. And if you need help with that, let me know. I can help you. And card number 2 is guidance for the journey ahead. Sinterklaas, which is the Hierophant. So traditionally, the Hierophant is a religious card. It would speak to the institution of the church and seeking spiritual guidance from religious leaders and things like that. So if that's you, great. It also represents all kinds of institutions like education and tradition and all that kind of thing. So to answer the question about guidance for your journey ahead, seek guidance. The guidance is to seek guidance. So if you need an accountant, get an accountant. If you need a lawyer, get a lawyer. If you need a spiritual guide like myself, let's chat, right? Like if you know, whatever it is that you need, figure out what it is that you need, that you need help with, that you need support with, and find the person who will help you with that. And, you know, that could just simply be keeping an eye out for that person. You don't necessarily have to actively be hunting this person down, but you could be just keeping an eye out. Set the intention and see what the universe does, right? Like sometimes, you know, I mean, a lot of people who follow me know I'm a minister and I do a lot of weddings. And I've actually had people say to me, yeah, we were just, you know, thinking, oh, we better find a minister for our wedding. And poof, there you are, right? So all you got to do is say it, speak it into existence. And then let the universe handle it, if that's the guidance, or, you know, find the professional in your life. But this is definitely looking for the right answers in your life. So to go back to the question, guidance for your journey ahead, seek guidance. The guidance is to seek guidance. Spirit's so cheeky sometimes. But this is definitely about you. This is about working on yourself. This is about personal development, self-development. This is about your journey through the year and tapping into the experience and the wisdom around you, whether it's spiritual or actual like educated people who know how to do the thing that you don't know how to do. And it's definitely about, oh, there's an education element to this. So I feel like somebody needs to hear that you can hire a professional or you can learn to be that professional yourself. I don't always recommend that, but I feel like there's going to be a real satisfaction in actually learning how to do the thing yourself rather than having to ask somebody else to do it. If you have the time, the energy, and the capacity for it. If you don't, then just get the other person to do it, and maybe they can help you understand it along the way so you understand and have a bit more knowledge as you go through it. But this is definitely working on you and your life, focusing on you. So take the time to do that. Take it. I feel like this is a journey of self-development to overcome this. Someone's feeling lost. Somebody's feeling really lost right now, and they don't know what to do next. You might want to get a coach, a spiritual coach. I'm a spiritual coach. If you're feeling stuck in past relationships, I'm a forgiveness coach, and I also do cord cuttings. And I say that, I know, we always, in the spiritual world, we call forgiveness the other F word, because everybody hates it. I've had people say to me, I don't forgive anyone, and I don't apologize. And I'm like, and look at your life, right? But when we do forgiveness coaching, I can assure you that I have never, ever, ever once told a client that they have to go to the other person and tell them that what they did is okay, because it's not okay. And what we do when we do forgiveness coaching is just disconnect you emotionally and energetically from that, so you're not living in it all the time, every single day. If you're telling yourself a story on a loop, if you have a story about something trapped in your head and you can't stop it, you need to do some forgiveness work and some cord cutting, and we can do that together. So that's a great example of finding a professional who knows how to help you in the way you need to be helped. And that for your journey moving forward. So there we go. And that's just an example from my own life. I can only ever give examples of my lived experience. There's other examples out there that somebody else might give you. And that's great. I love that. We all have a voice here. We all have something to contribute. So for me, I just tend to talk about things I know and I'm familiar with. So the guidance is to get guidance. And if you need a spiritual guide, anything like that to help you get out of this, then do that. And if you can't afford to pay for it, figure it out. Figure out how you are going to do that. Offer something in exchange. Barter something. There's all kinds of ways. Like I just had somebody in my DMs the other day, they wanted a tarot reading. And then when, I said, okay, great, here's how much it'll cost, blah, 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 blah. And they were like, okay, yeah, that's way more than I can spend right now. And I said, no problem. Why don't I pull a card for you right now? And I'll just send you a quick little voice message about it. And then when you are ready, then we can sit down. And they didn't even respond to that. And I thought, oh, how interesting. Because what I was going to include in that voice message was ways to attract more money. And they in their silence rejected it. So if they had just said, oh, I would love that, thank you so much, then they would have had the most beautiful message. But I can't read for somebody without permission. So if I ever make that offer to you, if you ever come to me and say, I can't afford XYZ, and I offer you something for free, and you don't respond and reply to that, I can't do it. I can't give it to you because I need your permission first. Okay. Vampires, witches, whatever. We need invitations. We don't just show up. You know, when people say, oh, just come by anytime. Yeah, no, that feels weird. I can't do that. I need an invitation. So there we go. That's how that works. So if you're reaching out and you can't afford the guidance that you need, figure out another way to get even a spoonful of the guidance, or find help online, or find YouTube videos about it, whatever it is. Okay. because that can be done, and barter if you need to. You know, there's all kinds of things that I would like and I would gladly trade. So there you go. There you have it. And card number 3, how to align with the wisdom of your future self. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is like the most perfect card. The most perfect card. Okay. The Two of Good Cheer. Sorry, I just had a little moment there with my tarot cards. The Two of Good Cheer, of course, is our Two of Cups. And the message that's coming in for this is, so it's kind of twofold, is, you know, aligning with this partnerships. So this could be about partnering with people who will help you get where you need to be, you know, collaborations, things like that. But the real strong message that is coming in is to work in partnership with your future self. You've just been given this beautiful, powerful message. Work in partnership with your future self. Talk to your future self. Stand in the middle of your house and just talk out loud. I do it. I'd be like, okay, guides, help me. You know, I've actually stood in the middle of my house and said, guides, I've lost my phone. Please help me find it. And then I'll just suddenly, they'll just be like, kitchen. And then I run to the kitchen and there it is, sitting in the corner of the kitchen, exactly where I left it when I was making coffee or whatever I was doing. So work in collaboration with your future self. Think about, journal on what we've talked about here with these 2 cards, and then work in collaboration. Work in collaboration with your guides. If you need help with that, I have a video all about like how to connect with your spirit guides. It's a little meditation activation that you can do anytime. I'll pop it into the thing. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. Spirit guides video. There we go. You know, work in collaboration with your spiritual team, work in collaboration with your guides, your angels, your ancestors, all of it. I actually have let me just see here. Oopsie, when I'm calling in my ancestors, I have this. This was a gift that someone gave me, and that was the intention that they had for it when they gave it to me. So you could even have a symbol of something that represents your ancestors. I also have a hematite skull that I use in Samhain season when to represent my guides and to let them know, yep, here we are. This is my guides helping me along the way, and they're helping me in a very practical, tangible way. So you could have something that represents your guides, your angels. Make a little altar. Your altar doesn't need to be anything anything crazy. Like this is, I'll show you my little, one of my altars. It's as simple as this, where I just kind of add things. Usually there's a candle there, but because of the holidays, I had to move some stuff. But it doesn't need to be crazy, but work in collaboration with the people around you, the spirits around you, the angels around you, your ancestors, everybody, your guides, all of it. Work in collaboration and tap into that energy. And if, like I said, if you need help with that, you need support with that, just let me know. We'll set up sessions for you and we'll get you right on track. We'll get you on the journey, on the path with the tools that you need and the tools that will help you get out of this funk that you're in, because it's time. It's time, sweetie pie. It is time. We can't go like this forever. And we can no longer blame anyone but ourselves at this point, because only we can choose how we live our life. And sure, I live in Canada. It is not great. It's not great, but I'm choosing that it's great, that I have a great life, that I have great experiences. I have an amazing husband. I have an incredible son. I get to do anything I want in my life. And lately I haven't felt like it. So I'm totally feeling this too. But I've made a decision. I wrote a huge bucket list for 2025 of all these amazing, cool things I'm going to do in my business, in my life, and, you know, having fun, all that, to get out of the funk, but work in collaboration with your guides. I hope this message landed for you. I really hope that you're sitting here thinking, oh, yeah, I feel that. So if you do, leave me a comment and let me know. I do love our conversations. If you're new here or you're an old friend, thank you for stopping by. I hope you have the most incredible 2025. Stick around and let me know how it's going. Click subscribe, leave a comment, click like, do all the things. Share this video, anything that you think you could do to inject some energy. Do that. And I so appreciate it. I appreciate all the support that you gave me in 2024. I'm going to cry. Oh my gosh. It was such a wild year. I woke up one day and said, I think I'm going to be a YouTuber. And I did. And I did it. And I just, that day I was a YouTuber. So, and I've learned so much along the way, and I've achieved so much along the way, and I've still got so much to do. And the support that you give me here every day, it just, oh, it just blows my mind. I don't know what to say. I'm going to start crying, but it just blows my mind. And I thank you so much. The amount of gratitude I have is pouring out of my eyes right now. So I hope you'll stick with me on this journey through 2025. I'm so excited about it. And I have so many amazing things coming up. Again, if you want to be on my mailing list to find out first about all kinds of things, I'm going to start sending out emails again very soon. I think I'll maybe just do a weekly email. And yeah, if you get on the mailing list, I'll pop the link in the description and you can jump in there. And then as soon as I have new stuff coming up, offers, I've got a Patreon coming, all the things, I will send you an email and let you know all about them. So you will be the first to know, the very, very first. So thank you so much. Happy 2025. Have a magical day.